Hello everybody. Not entirely sure how I'm looking on here or there or here or anything like that. There's also dogs barking, lots of chaos. So it's been a while since I've done a Connor's Crazy Countdown. My last one, please be quiet dogs. My last one was a little bit crazy. It was my, just hold on a second. They bark all the time, don't worry about it. There's got a barking issue. So the last one I did was my songs, my personal songs, my songs on my channel, all of my songs, and it was a little bit long, tiring, boring. So this is a lot shorter one. This is part 2 to my commercials or adverts one, which I kind of like. So anyways, I'll get on with it. A few of these adverts I've not seen as much as others, so that's why they're further down the list. But anyways, number 13, so yeah, there's a lot less than my last one. Number 13 is an advert that I've rarely seen. I've seen it only due to having video cassettes and that, and it's kind of an interesting one. It's a chocolate bar. It's called Trio, I think, or is it Susie? I'm not very sure. Let me see. So yeah, the advert is very short, 33 seconds. I think it's just this little girl who screams she wants a Trio bar, or Jacob's Trio. Yeah, something like that. So I'll show you a bit of it anyways.
Trio, too loud. Trio. I said that was too loud. I want a trio and I want one now.
That's why it's number 13, because I don't know this advert as much. I've only seen it a couple of times. I just found it pretty strange, to be honest. That's why it's here. So yeah, that's number 13. Very boring video already. So forget that advert. Right, we're moving on. We're on to another chocolate bar. A chocolate bar I know a bit better. Still an older advert. Probably came out in like 1980 or something. And this one is Topic. So it's a very, very catchy advert. I've seen it maybe about 5 times or something. And the advert's just like Topic, Topic, Topic.
Nougat and caramel golden light. And don't forget the hazelnut in every bite.
I mean, there's not much to it, but it's these peanuts that do a funny dance, and it's pretty entertaining for a wee bit. More entertaining than meerkats, and more entertaining than Go Compare. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about them again. That was enough of my last video. But it's a very interesting video advert, and I'm not sure when it came out. It's a very old advert. So with those two out of the way, the other adverts I'm really into. Okay, so that's like the last two were ones I've barely seen and ones I'm not that interested in. The next one though, I am interested in. This one, I think this is it's a more American advert, so I've not seen it as much as you'd think, but because of YouTube and that, I've come across it, and I've heard it on many films and many, well, not films, I heard it on The Simpsons first, I think it was, and they were just like going round their table dancing to this song, going so the advert I'm talking about is Chicken Tonight. And if you know that saying, then you'll probably know the dance and the song and all that, going like, I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight.
I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight, chicken tonight.
My voice sounds terrible, isn't it? Does it sound very good if I go like this? No, I probably messed up the microphone doing that. So yeah, it's a fun, dancey, happy song for an advert, just like red car, blue car at a race. You know what I mean? So that's me done free already. I don't know how long it's been because I've not got a timer this time, but hopefully hopefully this video shouldn't be too long. It's just me finishing off the part 2. So yeah, so that's number 11. Number 11, Chicken Tonight. And the next advert is very, very funny. It's a lot of fun, very, very interesting. So it's another chocolate bar. Chocolate bars have really interesting adverts, don't they? This is from the 1990s, so I may have been alive when this advert first came out. I'm not sure exactly in the 90s when it came out, but the advert I'm talking about is Picnic Bar, and the one I'm talking about specifically is camels. So there's camels in this advert for some reason, because when you think of a picnic, you instantly think of camels. And in this, they're singing. So I'll show you a wee bit of it here.
Picnics got lumpy bits, peanuts, raisins, wafer biscuits. If you wanna chew, then get your mix on a Cadbury's picnic.
Pretty funny, eh? Pretty strange. It's very, very weird. But that's animal, what's the word? Animal placement done well, not like a stupid meerkat. I'm talking about that again. I'm not talking about that. So yeah, I really like picnic bar camels singing, because it's just stupid and funny. It's funny for the sake of being weird, and I like that. So yeah, now we're getting to more adverts I've seen many times on the TV when I was younger, and these are adverts that have stayed in my head this long. So number 9 is one of those adverts, and I wouldn't really say I love it that much. It's just entertaining because it's stupid, basically. So I don't know if many of you will have heard of this if you're outside of the UK, but if you're in the UK, you may have heard of this. So it's a sausage advert, and the sausages it's about is Wall sausages. And this came out in 1993, but I remember it on the TV a lot when I was younger. So it lasted a good while, because I was born in 1995, so that's 2 years at least of it being on the TV. And what it is this dog that, of course, all dogs love sausages, or at least the majority of dogs love sausages, and this dog was just obsessed by these Wall sausages. And the minute he was like sorry, the guy, he was like, I can't even watch it without laughing. The guy like goes down to his dog or something. He's like, "You want sausages? You like sausages?" And the dog's like, "Sausages, sausages."
New range from Walls.
Walls, succulent pork, tasty sausage seasoning.
Table.
Say sausages. Come on. Walls. No. Sausages. Walls. Sausages. Walls. Sausage.
Thick, meaty sausages are pronounced walls.
I mean, it's a very violent advert, very weird, because the dog attacks him and he's like, "I want sausages." I mean, adverts like that would obviously not be on the TV now, but it's, for when it was, it's very weird and funny and stupid, and it makes me laugh every time. So yeah, number 8 then. Number 8 is a classic, an absolute classic. So this, I think it's still on TV. It's still running strong. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it's so there's quite a few, what do you call them, cereal adverts out there, and I do like Frosties, right? That's in my heart, but that's not on my list, and it wasn't on my other list either. I was just giving it a wee place in the sunlight. So I'm saying they're great, it's a great advert, but it's not on my list. The cereal I'm talking about is Cocoa Pops. So the reason this is here is just because when I was younger, it was one of those adverts I was always on TV, and amazingly I actually quite enjoyed seeing them, because it was the Cocoa Pop monkey was always on a new advert against the crocodile, and it was strange. So this was more 2000s, this advert came out, and I just remember it was like a wee cartoon. All the time it was a wee cartoon. The monkey and his friends would get in these random situations, and this crocodile would always be after his Cocoa Pops. I mean, most cereal adverts have some sort of story to them. I mean, Cookie Crisp, right? If you've heard of Cookie Crisp, they did the same sort of thing, and I'm pretty sure Golden Nuggets. Oh, why didn't I put Golden Nuggets in my advert? Well, I'll give you a wee clip of Golden Nuggets, because that's also another classic cereal advert. So here's a wee clip of that.
So how'd they taste? Yeehaw! Golden Nuggets, they taste yeehaw!
Right? But it's not on my list. Alright? It's not on my list. Okay? Sorry about that. So I will give honourable mentions to some of the cereals, because cereals have had some great adverts. I mean, Cornflakes, when it was running strong, it used to go, it used to have like the cockerel call, and then there was Golden Nuggets, and then there was the bee adverts as well. Oh, they had quite a few good ones. Anyways, moving on, because I'm going to be here for days talking about cereal adverts. Maybe I'll make a separate video for cereal adverts. That'd be dumb, wouldn't it? Yeah. So number 7 is another classic advert from when I was young. So it was always like the Cocoa Pops and this advert. These were the two that stuck in my head. They were just classic, and you could always know the words and know what's happening and know what's coming and all other sorts. But this one, it's kind of sad, this advert now, because there's not many of these places left. At least outside of the UK, there's not many of these places left. I think there's still a few. There's one quite near to where I live. I obviously do not shop there because I've grown out of it, but the place I'm talking about, or the advert I'm talking about, is Toys R Us. And the way the advert went, it was just like, there's a magical place just down the road or something. Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us.
There's millions of Jeffrey all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us.
I mean, I haven't seen it that much since I had it on video and stuff like that, but it was a good advert. It really got you in the mood to go and buy toys, basically. They're trying to get you to go and do things. Yeah, great. So yeah, it's one of those adverts that today you look back on, just like with Woolworths adverts or whatever, and you're like, oh, I kind of miss that place. So yeah, the next advert is, so number 6. Now, if you don't know what this advert is, it's either obvious you don't have a TV or you don't like this product, I guess. But this advert has been running strong from probably the early 80s to now. Every Christmas this advert's on, and if it's not on, then Christmas doesn't happen, basically. I would say I would probably get tired of it, but then again, it's only on TV like for 1 month, and it's great every time you see it. Everybody knows it, everybody likes it, and I mean, everybody, the minute it just comes, it's like, shh, holidays are coming. So if you haven't guessed already, the advert is Coca-Cola, and it's the Coca-Cola Christmas advert. So like with Iron Brew, the one I had in the last one, this is its Christmas advert. I mean, I do prefer the Coca-Cola, always Coca-Cola advert, but this one, it's just a classic, and the majority, about 99.9% of people know this advert. And if they don't know this advert, then I have no idea why. But if you don't, then here's a wee bit of it anyways. So what did you think of that? That was great, isn't it? So if you haven't seen it, then wow. Am I losing my mind again? Hopefully not. Okay, now we're getting into the really good ones. Number 5. Now, number 5 is another advert I haven't seen that much because it's an American advert, but the reason it's here is because once I saw it, I could not unsee it. I loved it to death. And again, thanks to The Simpsons, this is where I found this advert out from. So, thank you, Simpsons. You gave me a great advert, and the advert I'm talking about is Armour Hot Dogs. Now, if you're American, you'll probably know this advert to heart, know off by heart and all those sorts. If you're British or Scottish or whatever, then you may never have heard of them. But in America, it was quite a big deal for a while. This came out in the 1990s. I think I know some of it. It's like, Armour Hot Dogs. I mean, I'd have to watch it again. It's pretty fun. It's like, Armour Hot Dogs.
Hot dogs, Armour hot dogs. What kind of kids eat Armour hot dogs?
It's like Spam Up for us, basically. I mean, that was a classic get with it advert. Spam Up and no. And then this one's just, wow. So yeah, I like Armour Hot Dogs. I don't actually. I mean, I'm not a big fan of hot dogs. I mean, I'm a celiac, so I don't have the bun with them as such, but hot dogs are not like the best sausage outside of it. I'd rather have a Walls. Kidding. Anyways, yeah. So Armour Hot Dogs was a very, very fun, happy, bouncy advert, just like with Chicken Tonight. Chicken. Okay. Now, you may be thinking, God, these adverts are old. Like, how old are you, Connor? When were you born? I mean, yeah, the majority of these adverts either came out in the 90s or the 80s. They're pretty old, but I like them. because adverts, like I said, this is the whole point of this, are not the way they used to be. There's the occasional one that comes in, like the free advert I talked about last time, and here's another advert that came out I think maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, and they did a few of these adverts, but this was my favourite. So the one I'm talking about is Just Eat. I think it says there like 2015 the video was uploaded, but I don't know if that's when it came out. It might have come out before that. But yeah, they did maybe about 4 of these adverts. It kind of reminds me of the Doritos adverts as well. They did similar things where they sang a song about things and whatever else. But with this one, it's I need a baldy.
I need a Balti. I'm holding out for a Balti lamb to get a knife.
I mean, obviously that's I Need a Hero, but they were very creative with it, I think. The people who made this advert were actually thinking, oh, how can we sell our product? How can we do it? Instead of going, this rhymes with market and meerkat. No, this works well, and I really like this advert. But obviously I don't like it as much as the top 3, so do you want to get on with the top 3 then? Let's clear my throat a bit. Make me sound more like I do sound, okay? Is my voice back? No, it's not. I still sound like I've got a cold. That's the big camera gone out, so how the heck have we got up to half an hour or whatever else? So, hello, little camera. Who knows how long ago you went out? So, yeah. The next advert is top 3. So this was an advert that my mother actually quite liked, and I barely saw it. The first time I saw it though, I was like, wow, I like this. Again, it's an advert that makes absolutely no sense, and it's bizarre, strange, weird. What they're selling probably has nothing to do with what's going on in the video, but this advert is Smash. For mash gets smash. That is stuck in my head ever since I've seen this advert. It's still in there. It's just for mash gets smash.
For mash get smash.
Simple, obvious, but fun, and I love it. And basically it's just a crowd of weird looking robot alien guys eating mash. I mean, I personally hate mash. Now I'm probably going to offend a million people, but there's nothing appealing to me about, like, when I have mash, the minute I have it, it's like I press down on it and it's freezing cold. I mean, it gets cold quicker because it's mashed down. If I had to have any potato at all, I would definitely have sauteed potatoes or dauphinoise. They are good potatoes. There's a few potatoes I like. I mean, obviously chips or crisp. No wait, what are they called? Fries in America? Yeah, I don't have an American fan anyway. Why am I talking like this? Ugh. But for Mash Get Smash, it's a really fun, nice, interesting advert. Cool. So top 2. Now, I said some honourable mentions. Another honourable mention I'd like to make is an advert I don't know. Well, it's strange. There's an advert I'm trying to find, and if you know what it is, then that would be great help. I think it was an Orangina advert, but I can't be certain. It might have been an orange advert, but I have vague memories about it. All I remember is this bird on a beach singing about a juice. I don't know what the song went like. I don't know anything about it, but all I can remember is this bird singing about a drink on a beach. Does that mean anything? I mean, the only thing that comes to my mind is the cheese string advert about the guy on the beach, but now I'm not a big fan of that advert. I do like this bird singing about a drink advert, whatever it is. Another honourable mention I like to make is Ribena. I'm not a big fan of that, but it's an interesting one, I guess. I mean, they were quite creative with it. There was always a new adventure happening every time, and then I think they get squished in the end or something to make Ribena, which is quite gruesome if you think about it. Anyways, so the top 2. Number 2 is another one of these adverts that is probably in a lot of people's hearts and has stuck with them. I mean, when you think of chocolate adverts, this is probably one of the first ones that come to your head. Now, I don't know if it was big in America or if it was big anywhere else, because this is a British chocolate company, but the one I'm talking about is Cadbury's. You ready? Cadbury's Gorilla advert. Whew. So if you know the song "Something in the Air Tonight" or "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins, you'll know this song. And it just, the minute I saw it when I was very younger, I was slightly freaked out and confused, because I think I actually just looked to the screen like, because it's a monkey, or it's a gorilla sitting at a drum set. How often do you see that? I mean, he was just sitting there, and he was sitting there for about the length of the intro of the song, basically, and he was just sitting there, kept looking around, kept looking around, kept looking around like this, and then that drum bit come in. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. It was a fun, awesome, funny, interesting, great, brilliant advert, or whatever, and it's still in a lot of people's hearts and heads today, just like mine. So yeah, but you're not number one, by the way. No. So for Mash Get Smash isn't number one. For I Need a Bolt, he's not number one. None of these are number one. Nothing is going to beat number one. I mean, obviously my first group were the real favourites, like the ones I love to death. These are like the leftovers, if you get what I mean. But these are like not bad leftovers, they're good leftovers. They're like, how do I put it, they're like cake. Cake is a good leftover, is it? Am I right? So and my first advert, number one, is actually a food advert, amazingly. Anytime I've seen this, I know the song and I just get into it, and it's just so wicked. I've only, like, I think because it was on a VHS and I had to rewind it and all that, I've only seen it maybe about 7 or 8 times, but every single time it came on, it had me laughing, singing, enjoying it. So the advert I'm talking about is Weetabix. Now, there's been a few Weetabix adverts that are very interesting, but the one specifically I'm talking about is Weetabix Robin Hood. And in this one, what other than Robin Hood is in it? Basically, it just has this whole song going, Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Shall he succeed? Robin Hood, and whatever. And then he gets to the castle, Robin Hood.
Robin Hood could be in a fix. Robin Hood spies the Weetabix. Does he retreat back to Sherwood? Cause he should, cause he should, cause he should.
Have you had your Weetabix?
So that was their saying at the end of all their Weetabix adverts. They would always be like, have you had your Weetabix? But this one stood out to me. So anyways, with that, I guess that is the end of my favourite adverts. So if you haven't seen episode 1, it was the one before my favourite songs. God help me, that was a long episode. But the other one was quite short. This one is a bit longer, I think. I don't know. Anyways, so I might make more advert countdowns, maybe like a serial one, like I said, or maybe something like my least favourite ones. But anyways, until next time, on whatever I play, on wherever I go, and whatever I do, bye.